Hey everyone, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Halloween Spooktacular. This is week 3 and project 2 is a card. So if you're new to the series, welcome. I am doing 2 projects every week. So a 3-day project on Tuesday, a card on Friday, and you can join in either while it's in Premiere and chat to me in the chat comments, or you can just leave me a comment if you can't get to the premiere. But I really hope that you're enjoying this series. This is week 3, and yeah, I'm enjoying all the projects that I'm creating for you as well. This is the card that we're going to create today. Very, very simple card, but it's a fun technique. It's the splosh technique, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So we are using the Spooky Halloween bundle this week. You could get away with just the stamp set, obviously, but it is the bundle. I'm using gorgeous grape ink as well as pumpkin pie, and I didn't get that out before, so great Halloween colours. And our embellishments here are the Shimmer Star foam stickers. I have trouble remembering those, but these are gorgeous as well. The supplies I have ready, oh, and we are using some stamping blends. I've got basic black, pumpkin pie, Highland heather, petal pink, and basic black and smoky slate. I don't know whether I said that before, but anyway. So this is our card base. We have the gorgeous grape as card base. I've got a strip of pumpkin pie card for a nice little element in the back. So there we have a piece of basic white thick for our main image, and then I've got a piece for our stamping in basic white and another piece of gorgeous grape just to go around the Halloween. What we're going to do first is I'm going to stamp the images first, let that dry because we're using Memento Tuxedo black ink. I want to let that dry before we use our stamping blends. So if I grab out my little cat, and honestly, I don't know whether I've used this little guy much, and I have used the cat before. Let's go the other guy. We'll change it up today because that's what I do, and I need the Halloween. Happy Halloween. And I'm pretty sure we could still use the same colours, or maybe bring in gorgeous, Granny Apple Green as well. I think this one would look great in Granny Apple Green. We'll see how we go. Okay, so the main image, because we're using our stamping blends, you do need Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp this main image. It will not work on other inks. Stamp him down. Oh, he's so cute. Yes. I think I'm going to have to change my colours up just slightly as well. And then I'm going to use my gorgeous grape for our sentiment. So let's stamp that. I hope you don't mind that I'm changing it up a little bit. Makes it a little bit more fun. Excellent. Now, let's move this one aside to let it dry. We are going to do our ink splosh technique, and I do need to just grab another piece of paper. Now to do this, you're going to need just the ink pads. So I've got my pumpkin pie and gorgeous grape. I've also just grabbed a plastic bag. Stampin' Up give these out with you could use your dye bags, any of the plastic bags in your dies. This was a embellishment bag. You could use, something like this and just reuse it, or keep them and use it for this technique, whatever you would like. Also, cling wrap would work as well. So I've just grabbed this one out. I'm going to add a little bit of ink to my plastic, and I'm not sure how much the sparkle and shine comes up in this. in real life you can see it, and it's really, really pretty. There's a couple of ways you could do that. One way is I've just got a little spray bottle, spritzer bottle, and it's got frost white and alcohol in it. Now that's an old thing that we had quite a few years ago. If you don't have any of that, or any alcohol, any of that, you can also use a little bit of Wink of Stella. So you could grab a bit of Wink of Stella, add a few drops down, and then spray it with some water. So maybe we'll do one way, and then we'll do the other one the other way. So if you have, you know, what's that? Perfect Pearls is another one that you can add with water. You could use that. So a couple of different ideas there. Let's see if I can make sure I don't get it everywhere. I'm just going to spray a couple of times. And then we're just going to smoosh down onto the card. And you just want to, you're going to get a different look each time you do this. So it's not going to be uniform. So if you're one of those people that, you know, really likes things to look the same, this technique might not be for you, but it's so much fun. So I've added a little bit of colour down, and I don't know, yeah, you can see that shine in that. So there is our pumpkin pie piece. I'm just going to grab a wet wipe that's, I don't use these very often anymore, and they're not too wet, so clean off my bit of plastic. Okay. Oh, I think I put it down the wrong way. Oh good, oh good. Let's get another bit of paper. Okay, let's do a gorgeous grape a different way. So I'm going to add a little bit of my ink down, like so. Let's grab my Wink of Stella, and let's see where, oh, that's a lot. I really didn't need to do that much, but I'm definitely not going to need any water now. If I only put a couple of drops on, I would have added a little bit of water there as well. So this is going to give us a bit of a different look. Maybe we're going to pick some of that up because it's just too much there. Adding this down, and you can do this a couple of times, let it dry in between, or just add it straight down. Such a pretty technique as well. I like that. And I can reuse this bag over and over and over again. You know, that's the great thing about it as well. And then look at that. Great effect on the card. Okay, so we have that. Let's bring in our piece to colour as well. So instead of the cat this time around, we're going to do the puppy dog. And I did have black and grey, but I don't know whether I want to use black and grey with this one. I think we might colour him yellow. Colour him Granny Apple Green, which is another great colour. It's going to go with these colours really well. And I might colour in, let's start with this one. We'll do his face, Granny Apple Green, and his ears. So this is the light in Granny Apple Green. You guys have to let me know what one you like better once we're done. Not doing anything fancy in colouring. It's not really something that I'm all that great at. But I do love the stamping blends. I think they're so much fun to play with. Let's do his hands. Yep, perfect. Love that. I think that's super cool. And then the dark, I'm just going to go over some of his features. Yeah. Okay, so I've got Highland Heather and Pumpkin Pie. I think I might make his breeches Highland Heather. That's cute. And we're going to colour in his lollipop as well. And then in Pumpkin Pie, we're going to do his little screw with his head there. Around the edges is dark. Let's do the light pumpkin pie for his shirt. I love this colour combo of orange, green and purple. You know, the very traditional Halloween colour combo. That's cute. Let's bring the highlight back in with that little cross. And then we might do his legs in the green as well, just to, you know, why not? Oh, he's cute. Look at that. Love that. All right, we can grab out a little die to die cut him out, and we're just going to cut around the sentiment with scissors. So let's bring that in. I've got Halloween projects everywhere, so my die cut machine's sitting on the floor along with quite a few other things. My room is an absolute mess, but let's face it, it normally is, so nothing's different. And that cuts out so well. That's so cute. I love it. All right. Gonna use our scissors and just do a quick cut around the Halloween. Happy Halloween. And I don't want it to be straight lines. I want it to sort of be everywhere. Something a little different. Okay. And we have a little piece that we're going to glue down our sentiment to. So let me know, which one did you like? Did you the alcohol with the old frosted paint that we used to sell, or Stampin' Up used to sell or carry? I think everyone has Winkastella in your stash, so you could definitely do it this way. And look, both of them turned out really beautifully, so so cute. And then we're just going to do the same, create the matting. Usually when you fussy cut, you're moving the cardstock rather than the scissors. I'm actually moving my scissors here. But I don't need it precise. I wanted it to, you know, be all over the place. All right, we can start popping our card together because we've got all our elements in and ready to go. So we have the card base in Gorgeous Grape. We're going to add our layer down of pumpkin pie. And this measures, just quickly, 2 3/4 by 5 7/8. How much does that? That just pops off the card. We're going to add this layer down. Now it's not quite dry, but it'll be fine. You can hit it with the heat tool or just let it dry. Both of those are alcohol. They were both using alcohol to wet the inks down, so they do dry a little bit faster. But if you're worried about it sort of bubbling too much, just hit it with the heat tool. There we have that. We're going to pop up our 2 little images, and I do need to find some dimensionals. Here they are. Just going to pop this down. Now my main card here, I haven't put anything inside, but we are going to do that today because the Gorgeous Grape is a very dark colour and would make it very hard to be able to write on. So I'm just going to spend a minute or two to colour the inside as well. And I've got a sheet for both cards. Pop him up. Oh, that's so cute. And our little foam stickers. Oops. Comes in black petunia pop and white. And what will we use? We've got to use a purple one. It's not quite the same colour, but that does not matter. It will still look cute. I think I might use a white one. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. We'll use the white ones instead of the black ones on this one. So a little bit different there than the sample, that's okay. Let's bring in our 2 sheets for the inside. Let's bring the stamp back in. I think we're going to have to use some bats. Definitely. It's got a little broomstick. Actually, let's use it. I don't know. Not sure. Let's pop these bats back in. Let's do the broomstick. I haven't used that yet. That's cute. And we'll use the same sentiment. Will we use the same sentiment on the inside? Maybe don't worry, eat sweets for something a little bit different. Why not? So I'm going to stamp them, the sentiment in the Gorgeous Grape. In the center. going to change my mind again, because why not? Because I want to use the pumpkin pie on the inside. Let's do that little jack-o'-lantern treat holder. It's a jack-o'-lantern, but it looks like it's got like a, the kids collect the candy in. Oh, that's cute. Just stamp that a couple of times. And that brings those colours in. That's cute. And we can pop them on the inside as well. So this is week 3 card, using the Spooky Halloween bundle, using a fun technique with ink sploshing. So cool. Let me know which one your favourite is, the first sample or the one that we created today. I actually think he is adorable, that little puppy. So cute. All right, now I'm sending out my cards this year, both ones that I've made here this year as well as previous years, to my friends. So if you're watching this and you would like to get a Halloween card from me, leave it in the comments, or send me an email to tracy.bish@bigpond.com with your address, and I'll send you one. All right, thank you so much for joining me for week 3. I'll be back on Tuesday with week 4 3D project, so come and join me for that. If you're after any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, you can purchase them in my online store. There is a link in the description. I'll try and pop it on the page as well. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. That would be fantastic if you did. I would so appreciate that, and I know YouTube would as well. All right, have a wonderful day, and enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all really, really soon. Okay, everyone, bye.